We are back and we have another video with the man, the myth, the legend, the boy, Tom Hardy. And you know the funny thing is, even though I love his portrayal in Bane, I feel like that wasn't his best work. Probably because like you really didn't see him too much. You didn't get to embody the emotions that he really puts into like his work. So I don't think like Bane was his best portrayal, even though I loved it 100%. Cause that man, I'm a Batman fan, so I loved his portrayal of Bane. But I think like one of my favorite works from him is Warriors. Like I just love that movie. Like I love it so much. And here we're about to watch him giving zero interviews because I love how he do interviews. It is hilarious. So when you watch this, you'll see like it's hilarious. Like it's probably better than his acting, the way like he pissed these people off. Like I would never want to be an interviewer and be like, yo, I'm gonna ask Tom Hardy a question. Unless I come prepared. But let's see how these people don't.
And our question is for Tom Hardy. Given interviews you've done in the past, your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous. Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
Like is he scratching his butt or like his back? Like you see it, right? Like watch, just keep looking.
What on earth are you on about?
I was referring to an interview given to Attitude magazine a few years ago.
What are you on about? Like, he's already started off bad.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
Why is that even a question? Like, why would it be difficult to talk about your sexuality? I understand you're in the limelight and stuff like that, but why would it be difficult to talk about it? Like, I don't know. I don't understand.
See? Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Oh goodness, you see, it's like, why? Like, why are you asking me about that? Like, what does that have to do with the movie itself? Like, I don't understand it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tom Hardy, known for his intense roles, turns the table in a tense interview, putting the interviewer on the spot and...
Now you got it. That's like, see, I need that. I want that. Like, that's a nice little whole thing he has. Like, full beard, everything.
leaving him sweating over his comedic skills. Can you imagine being in his shoes? Fun fact, Tom Hardy once said in an interview that he prefers to let his work speak for itself.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Like, you're not going to tell me how good I am or how bad I am. We're going to let the work speak for itself. And from there, you'll be able to judge whether, I'm a great actor or a bad actor. But, other than that, like, the work has to speak for itself. The work, the fans. I wouldn't really say ratings, because sometimes ratings get screwed up a little bit. But the on-screen portrayals will speak for itself.
Which explains his no-nonsense attitude with interviewers.
Director's leaning on you to bring some comedic moments that we haven't exactly seen you.
Before we even get into, look at this man's face. He is set up. He's like, bro, you're about to ask me some bull. And I'm like, how am I supposed to respond? Like that's what I'm thinking. He's like, how am I supposed to respond to this mother? Like, I already know he's going to ask me something stupid.
You do before?
You mean I'm not funny?
I think you're extremely funny. I just haven't seen it on camera.
What? You haven't seen him funny on camera, bro? He is hilarious. Like, even in Warriors, where it was a serious movie, he was still funny. Like, one of my favorite scenes in that movie was like when he was like, I'll fight him. And the guy looked at him like, what? Like, I'll fight him. Like, it was hilarious to wait. Like, you had to see his face and everything. It was just hilarious.
Often.
Thanks for that, bud.
Emotional, damn it!
The Dark Knight Rises premiere, Tom Hardy clashes with a reporter, leaving everyone stunned with his sharp response. Hardy's no-nonsense attitude is just as compelling off-screen as it is on.
So, as a Skype father, you know, you coined that term.
What are you
saying
on
it's
about,
hard to be a
man?
Skype-
What are you on about? Look at his face, yo. I know he's just like, what?
Well, do you think it's difficult in Hollywood to be an actor? To be an actor in Hollywood.
Thanks for your questions. They're awesome. You need to work on those, buddy.
You need to work on those questions, buddy. Tom Hardy does not approve. He does not approve of your question asking skills.
So nice
Hello,
to
how you
meet
doing,
you.
right?
How are you?
Yo, he looks, see how you just keep looking at him like, yo, man, hey, how you doing, miss? How you doing? How you doing? No, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
This question sucks. I apologize.
Did you know that Tom Hardy had to gain 30 pounds of muscle for his role as Bane?
Yeah, that boy got big for that role of Bane. That boy got big. I was like, God dang, bro, because I just seen him. I was like, but it's funny though. He kind of looked bigger to me in Warriors, but maybe it was the way that they did everything. But he kind of looked bigger to me in Warriors.
Bane, which added to the intensity of his character. During a press tour, Tom Hardy casually indulges in snacks,
Goats
and Leo
on the
DiCaprio
screen.
joins in, turning the interview into a laid-back hangout. Talk about turning work into play. Interesting tidbit, Tom and Leo became close friends while filming Inception.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. I feel like those two could have fun together. Like, look at his face. You could tell he having fun.
Bonding over their shared love for acting and a good snack.
Tom, he's already snacking on the smoked chocolate chips. How are they, bud? They're good, aren't they? They taste like a campfire.
Yo, for a second there, it looked like he didn't want to share. He was like, I mean, I guess I'll give him one.
Yeah. See? Put those in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Not so bad.
They do taste like a campfire.
Yeah, why it looked like, DiCaprio was like, they really not that good, but since I'm on camera, I gotta act like they're good. But he didn't go in for a second one. So I don't know if he really liked them as much as Tom does.
Did you know Hardy's laid-back attitude comes from his theater background, where improvisation is key? Tom Hardy nonchalantly wipes his nose mid-interview.
He looked just like I mean, of course he's a regular dude, but like right here, he just looked like a normal dude. Like I just seen him on the street, like, what up, my boy?
Embodying a carefree vibe reminiscent of a mischievous kid. What antics will he pull next?
Wouldn't want to. Christian.
I just in the interview like.
Bale is not the kind of guy you wanna piss off. It's like we negotiate these fight scenes. Do you know what I mean?
That's my movie.
I can't.
That's my movie right there, boys. Warrior. That movie is awesome. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Go see it. It's everywhere.
Answer that.
Fun fact, Tom Hardy's relaxed demeanor in interviews contrasts sharply with his intense on-screen personas, showing his versatility as an actor. Tom Hardy hugs Jonathan Ross with his hands.
That is true, because for someone that's so laid back and always play like intense roles, you can see that he can go anywhere, and I really think he could take his acting anywhere, because he's laid back, but in all his movies he's everything. He's the fighter, he's the bad guy, his reach is just like everywhere. He could be, I forgot what movie it was with Shia LaBeouf. That movie, he was the brother. Still like not bad guys, but they was kind of bad. But yeah, his reach goes everywhere.
Accidentally touching his rear end, creating an unexpected moment that had everyone in stitches. Hardy's unpredictability keeps everyone on their toes. Interesting fact, Hardy's playful nature often shines through in interviews, making for
He look mad young. He still look like Tom. Just look like, a very young Tom. Of course he was young. If he had a son, you could tell how his son gonna look.
memorable TV moments.
No.
That's the man right there. That's the man. We don't even need to bring him up. He's just a GOAT in his own right.
We'll take it out. That's enough now.
Denzel is hilarious, man. He's hilarious. My man's touching my man's butt.
Tom Hardy opens up about his car-stealing past with a nonchalant attitude on The Jonathan Ross Show. Classic Hardy. Did you know Hardy's troubled youth and run-ins with the law inspired his raw and authentic acting style?
That kind of could make sense. I mean, his acting is raw. He got in trouble with the law, so he does play a lot of, like, I guess, troubled characters, so it kind of makes sense.
Back when you were in court and denying stealing the car, and if they'd have said, what was that, 10 years ago maybe? How long ago was that you had?
The cars were, that was one car.
Oh, the cars?
You're like, that was one car that I got caught for, you know. I wasn't, you know, the 30 other that I have that no one knows about, or the 20 Lambos I got parked that I didn't pay for.
There was something you weren't called for?
Oh, yeah.
How many cars did you steal?
A lot of cars, Johnny.
A lot.
Tom Hardy admits to carrying a little something in his pocket, always prepared for action, keeping his British wit intact. Fun fact, Hardy's commitment to staying prepared stems from his method acting approach, where he immerses himself completely into his roles.
What's in your pocket right now?
Gorilla emojis.
What's in my pocket? My hotel room key.
A pistol and a snake.
My man said, I stay strapped. I got the whip on deck. My man said, I just got a straight thing in my pocket. How is that a part of acting? I mean, I don't know, but...
Ball in a sock.
Tom Hardy dozes off during an interview, proving even superheroes need their beauty sleep. Interesting tidbit, Hardy's demanding filming schedule.
Yo, if you fall asleep in an interview, those questions that you are being asked must be hella boring. Or whoever's interviewing you is very boring. Either way, they're not entertaining you, and you probably should never have been there.
Schedules often lead to exhaustion, highlighting his dedication to his craft.
Okay, what's your favorite vacation to take somebody on?
Tom Hardy's skill.
And it was a joke. My guy. That's the girl right there. I forgot her name though. She's a massive. Is that Legally Blonde? I think that's the Legally Blonde chick.
Skillfully dodges political questions during an interview, showing he's more focused on entertaining than debating. Did you know Hardy prefers to keep his personal views private, focusing instead on his diverse and challenging roles?
That makes sense. That makes sense. They get in so much trouble once they say something wrong or something that the opposite side doesn't like. They get in so much trouble. So to be able to stay sharp and like be on point and not indulge in that is a good skill to have as an actor, you know, rapper, anyone that's in the limelight. That's a good skill to have, to be able to pick that up and then portray it in a different way than what it was asked of you, so that you don't, you know, get on either side's bad side.
Tom Hardy leaving Medeo. This is a fun game we play with him where we try to get him to talk politics, and he won't. So we first start out, we're like, what do you think about the crazy stuff going on in politics? And he's like,
As a Brit, above my pay grade.
You know, it's so funny that they had to play a game to get him to do this. So I'm pretty sure this game has been going on for a very long time, because I don't think I've ever heard him say anything about any type of political views. So I'm pretty sure this game is still going on until today.
Tom Hardy, known for his wit, brings up a surprising topic during a rock and roll interview, leaving Idris Elba scratching his head in confusion. What's Hardy up to this time?
And Tom, how envious are you and the rest of the cast of this guy? I mean, Ali Larter on one side, Beyonce on the other.
I'm gay. Not remotely. Hey, you're handsome Bob. Handsome Bob's gay. No, I'm gay. Oh. Thanks, bro. I didn't know. Oh.
Fun fact.
I know, yeah, it was just Elba, like, yo, Idris Elba, like, what? Yo, he'd be a perfect James Bond.
Hardy and Elba's playful rapport stems from their long-standing friendship and mutual respect in the acting world. Did you know Hardy was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Revenant, a performance praised for its intensity and authenticity? Tom Hardy's reaction to a reporter's Bane impression leaves the interviewer uneasy. Now that's intense.
You think the darkness is your ally? You only adopted the dark. I was born in it. Molded by it.
Oh, I got really good at the end. The molded. Yeah. How did you feel about that?
Yeah.
The molded, the molded.
Do you know what? There was commitment, wasn't there? It went on for a long time.
Oh man, he's like, it's commitment. He's like, you know what? It's not really great, but you know what? You were committed to it. You know what? You get an A for effort because you were committed to it, and by the end, you got it. You got the right voice by the end. But you know what? You get an A for effort. You get an A for effort.
That's brave, mate. I'll give you that.
Fun fact, Hardy's portrayal of Bane was inspired by a combination of real-life fighter Bartley Gorman and iconic villain Darth Vader, making his reaction all the more genuine. Caught off guard, listen to...
I mean, I guess the voice of Darth Vader, maybe. I can see that. I mean, I guess every bad guy is a Darth Vader.
The story as Tom casually adopts a dog with Jessica Chastain they found on the way. Looks like they've got a new co-star. Did you know Tom Hardy is a devoted animal lover and has often adopted stray dogs he encounters, bringing
Well, that's tough. Adopting stray dogs, that's tough.
them home and giving them a new life.
Jessica and I found a dog on the way back from Atlanta called Woodstock. And we looked after Woodstock, and so it was a family buy. In fact, when we first found him, he ate the door off the trailer and was standing outside the front of it like, look what I did.
Tom Hardy loves dogs more than people. After all, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Fun fact, Hardy...
A lot of people love dogs more than people. Like, I mean, at this point, like, is that really something that people should be like, so surprised? Like, no. People love animals more than they love people.
His love for dogs is well documented, and his own dog, Woodstock, has made appearances with him on film sets and at red carpet events.
You like dogs, to say the least.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Do you like dogs more than people?
Yeah, totally. Apart from the select few, who I see as dogs.
During an interview, Tom Hardy casually sips.
My guy said, yeah, I love dogs more than people, and I see certain people as dogs, so I love those people just as much as I love dogs because I see those people as dogs. There you go.
Tea, proving even tough guys enjoy a delicate moment. Interesting tidbit, Hardy often brings his own tea to interviews, preferring the comfort of a familiar brew to keep him grounded amidst the chaos.
A very small cup.
Okay. To make you look like it's
a bit bigger.
More of a giant. Let's get the little finger out.
I'm going to pretend it's a mug, right? So that's a mug of tea. I'm going to drink my mug of tea.
I can only imagine how that looks in his hand. Like, can you imagine just like I don't understand how that is considered like tea or coffee or anything like that. Like, that's a sip. Like, done. Like, I need another one. Like, that's I don't understand. Like, I just can't. Like, no, it's not gonna work.
Tea. Me too. I'll get mine.
Shot glass. Get the little fingers out.
No, it's just because for Bane I had to put on weight, and I want to prove, do you know what I mean, to the fanboys how big I can look when the props are right sized.
Yeah, good.
During an episode of Alan Carr's Chatty Man Show, Carr amusingly compared the Taboo movie to Game of Thrones, poking fun at BBC One's aversion to R-rated content. Did you know Hardy co-created and starred in Taboo, showcasing his talents beyond acting and pushing boundaries in television?
Nice. So how taboo and naughty can Taboo be compared to, say, Game of Thrones?
Oh, no.
My boy is grabbing all of the streets, but they already knew that. That's why they put that. They did that on purpose because they knew he was going to come take all that.
Not as naughty as Game of Thrones. You can't have naughtiness like Game of Thrones on the BBC, unfortunately.
No.
Or you can't show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't stab anyone or eat them or...
Tom Hardy clarifies an awkward incident, leaving...
Yeah, I would have loved to see him in a Game of Thrones. Like, how would that be? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, they wouldn't have been able to put him in, like, something like Game of Thrones because he would have stole the whole show.
Us wondering, did he forget his costume or was he just embracing his inner free spirit?
Images of Tom on set appeared in the papers. I mean, look at that, it's disgusting.
What?
There were people there to watch me, and none of it was going to go on screen. It was just purely for pleasure.
Fun fact, Hardy's method acting often leads him to fully embody his characters, sometimes blurring the lines between reality and fiction in the process.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know what that picture was. That was hilarious. That was hilarious how they had that picture of his naked booty over there. But I'm pretty sure that wasn't even Tom. But if it was, then he definitely did it because he's a funny guy. He's a fun guy. He's an awesome guy. So with that, we are out. And we'll see you again in the next one.